Good morning, Gary. Thanks so much for completing this task. As usual, lovely material. I'm also very happy with your comments that you have are finding this workshop so far useful because you are gathering ideas from other colleagues and that you could also share that um, with your other colleagues at school. The point here is that you are all forming um, learning community, and as such is so valuable because, well, you are having all the intelligences, different cultural approaches, and different scenarios that enrich and force you out of your own comfort zone into considering other different ideas and approaches. I do like that you have include problem solving. If you've read had my feedback to Mr. Rundle, I was mentioning the two most valuable current approaches to sciences and maths teaching and learning, which are problem solving and the use of models. Um, Thanks so much for including 5.5, the use of appropriate terminology. That is, together with the different other requirements in communication, like the correct use of conventions, is something that kids tend to be a little, um, they don't consider it as seriously as they should. And communication is limited, lost, a lot is lost while we communicate. um, there's an entire body of knowledge built about the different ways that that persons receive the information and decode it within the sciences as other, be them natural or social. The use of appropriate terminology is a challenge, but at the same time, it needs is a skill that needs to be developed. 3.2 does appear a lot. I'm coming to it, so bear with me. And 3.2, as we may see here, is taking repeated measurements, which of course increases the validity of the results, bearing in mind that those trials provide values that are meaningful. 1.4 is one that is usually not addressed, and that is to have fun in the subject, to find why is it, even if the kid eventually decides to move on to a different direction, why is it that so many people consider that chemistry is so challenging but as well so exciting? So that is very important to include. I do see that 5.5 appears more than once, which is good. And you are also including 4.1 and 4.2. Okay, getting there, getting there. And that is underlining the relevance of teamwork, um, which was already embedded in my initial comment in this video. I'm, if I had to give some particular shares some particular concern. It refers to that recording information appears a lot in the ATL, and then you are having also problem solving, self-management. I don't believe that this table shows the actual timeline in your PSOW, does it? Means because that would mean that you do the group 4 project towards the end, which is actually quite uncommon out of many reasons. One of them being that if the child needs to transfer to another school, or the child is sick and completes or I mean, you can think of a lot of different reasons, and is unable to complete the full project, would be in dire straits. Um, so probably this is not the timeline that you actually use, because if it were, I would be worried that you're having self-management only twice. And I know I'm being a little bit repetitive, but it is such an important um, skill. Then social skills doesn't seem to be appearing there a lot, and then research skills not as well, and communication skills is limited to recorded information. So maybe that needs a little bit thinking, but of course this is just me, and you may totally disagree. I hope this feedback has been worth your time, and thanks so much for completing this.